Does it help anyone? Does it affect anyone? So that was the subject of Payal's research project. How does Indic feminism, how do these ideas of our own Sri Shakti and supporting each other, how do they translate into real life? So, Payal, the floor is yours. Please go ahead, and you have between 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay. So as Sumidaji rightly said, that my subject is about mompreneurs of 21st century, and by that discover the goddess within you. And with the concept of Indic feminism, that is, the roots are there, as one of the STRF member just mentioned about the Sanatan Dharma, which already mentions that Stri is believed as the goddess herself. So we don't have to look around for Jagat ka Taran Har Aega. It is one needs to look within and do the same for making the change. And that is how it goes with. So first of all, the word mompreneur, it comes from entrepreneur itself is the person who is ready to take up all the things, and then it is women, and then it is mompreneur. As it is truly said that mother and entrepreneur, these two persons have to work 24/7. They have to be on toes. And just think about the mompreneur, a person who is doing something on her own and who is a mother. So that is where mompreneur comes into picture or into the limelight. I was very delighted when Smriti ma'am mentioned a thing while giving the example of Jhansi Ki Rani, that she was holding her child on the back and she was fighting. So today's lady, today's mother, be it working mother or she is an entrepreneur, is no less than that Jhansi Ki Rani, who is actually carrying the load on her back, and she is managing at all the fronts, be it home, be it work front, and she is giving her level best. So when my co-presenter, they were presenting many goddesses and Gram Devika concept and all the things, it is nothing but the woman who is required to look within and manage all the things. This was just about that, how it was coined, this particular term. Next, please. Okay, mainly the challenges that is faced by mompreneur, as I said, that it was very nice example given by Smriti ji, that always whatever a lady, a mother specifically does, always the child would be on her back. It will always be considered as her responsibility, as it was truly mentioned about when the housewife's responsibility was shared by one of the co-members, who was just explaining that it is always considered that taken for granted and never be given that motivation to any mother. Next, please. So mainly when I had done actual discussion with the ladies of specifically MTM member who are multitasking mommies, it is a group who is working together, and they came together ultimately 30 ladies, and in their contact many other ladies joined, but 30, they just gave their complete time for this research, their time, energy, and they shared their lives with me. And they just felt that it is many a times in India, it is over glorification of motherhood, which has been taken from Western concept. So here in Indic feminism, it is about parivar liptata. It means the involvement of the family in any duty is considered, rather than parivar riktata, which means family will not be taken into consideration. So Parivar Liptata, which is the concept in our culture, in Sanatan Dharma, that has to be reboosted. As many examples we do have, including Gargi and Yagnavalkalya, which was there in Vedic Sanskriti. Even after that, in 10th century BC, when Queen Dida of Kashmir, who was actually not, who was a handicapped, who was having some defect in her leg, but while all this physical defect she could have, in that time she was having iron leg, and she ruled Kashmir like anything, like for more than 4 decades she ruled Kashmir, and it was considered that it was never before that has ever been done. Right now, Ukraine and Russia war is going on. She was compared to the Catherine of Russia, who is considered as the most powerful ruler in the world. That was Catherine from Russia. So Queen Dida of India was compared to that as well. So that is how the women or the mompreneurs of today are doing, without the main thing which they need to overcome is the feeling guilty and self-pity wala thing. That is what they have to overcome. Next, please. Just in that support dynamics and from government and from society, what a mompreneur needs, that is the main thing is, it is my proposal, and I would wish that if there is some support, be it Indic Academy or be it any other academy, those whoever are watching it, as we know about this 108 helpline, we are having many other helpline number like 101, 100, 1098, which are especially for women. We are having other numbers. Just like that, there has to be, it may sound vague right now, but there has to be some number which would provide a service to a mother, like a mobile crash center or something like that. Suppose a lady has to do something, because nowadays the concept of nuclear families are increasing. The family system which is on which India, Bharatvarsh is standing is not much going ahead. If something like this can be done, because in Krishna Avatar or in our concept also, Dhauma, that concept was there. Means, see, if we talk about Gokul or Vrindavan, over there the concept was Krishna was a child, and each lady, each gopi was feeling protective for him. Each was mother. That was love. But love does not have only one form. That is how it was there. So some services, some mobile crash center or something like that can surely be done by the government, and it could be a great idea and great help to the society. When women are contributing to the economy, they are contributing to the nation, they are contributing to the family, some support, some help must be raised from that. I would like to appeal Sumita ma'am, all the Indic Academy member, Srinivasan ma'am, who had been so kind, and other members, if some light or some help can be done, I would like to go ahead with such projects, or if somebody can enlighten me, it would be, I would be more than happy for that. Can we just go to the next slide, please? This is how, as Ma Durga is Nav Durga. Nav is new also. Now, if we just go into the Sanskrit, Nav means new, and Nav is 9 as well. So these are the 9 forms of goddess Durga, which are represented by Shailputri, Brahmacharini, Chandraghanta, Kushmanda Devi, Skandamata, Katyayani, Kalratri, Mahagauri, and Siddhidatri. These are 9 forms which is within each woman, each mother. It is just that she needs to understand that, suppose it is Skandamata, which is there when it is an infant, when the child is too small. When it grows up, obviously Mahagauri will come into the progress, then it would be Katyayani, then it is Brahmacharini, she would be taking care of the child. Shailputri, she has to be strong when the child feels slow. She has to be Skandamata. She has to stand by the family also, along with being a mother. She has to be a Kalratri when the child goes to the wrong path. And ultimately, it has to be Siddhidatri after doing everything without expecting anything in return. She has to progress again. This is what I could find out, and I just divided all the ladies whom I interviewed and other people who joined with me in this journey to grant the findings. Due to COVID, it was a bit delayed, and I had to struggle a lot for getting more ladies to be having dialogues with and continuous interaction with the ladies. But ultimately, it could happen. Can we have the last slide? I mean, after this, hardly 2 slides are there. These are all the symbols which Shakti, which a deity is carrying in her hands. And these are symbolizes by that. It was what I could conceptualize, that conch is representing happiness, trident is courage, arrow and bow that shows the character. After that, it would be the lotus flower and red color. Can we please go to the next slide? It would be there. Yes, lotus, sword, and club, which are showing all the characteristics with which a lady or the mother has to progress ahead. Shall we have the next slide, please? Yes, this is chakra, the hand that symbolizes forgiveness and blessings. And finally, the passion with which one needs to go without being disappointed. And finally, in this finding and recommendation, what I suggested was two theories. One was sunflower and another was mental gym model. That was really helpful. Can we just go to the next slides, please? It will be the slide of recommendation after this. Next one, please. Still, yes. After this, it would be there. One more. Yes, one more. It is the same thing as it is said that in country like India, when we say that women are worshipped as a lady, as Shakti, and this is about Crash Center, which I just shared, because this is what my vision was while I was having dialogue, discussions, and continuous interaction with women and with mothers specifically. So that is what I already mentioned, and I would like to talk about sunflower theory. It would be in the next slide. Can we just have the next slide, please? Yes, connecting Indic feminism, it is about the same thing. Next slide, please.
I mean, Payal, just tell us about your sunflower theory. You have got lots of these slides which I don't think we need right now. Just talk about it.
Yes, definitely. Ma'am, I was just worried that there is less of time and I just wanted to talk about sunflower theory. That was the only concern. I would like to talk about this. As we can just connect the dot with the Indic feminism. Indic feminism is something that is coming from our Sanatan Dharma, Dharma Shastras, and which are talking about the combination of not patriarchy, but matriarchy, which was always there in India and in Indic feminism, that it has to be it should not be limited to the restrictions which are there on the women, but all the facilities which were always there, even though in the introduction to the non-Aryan females and the ladies of Aryan families who also were attracted, who were fascinated with the system in which Dravidian system or non-Aryan system was working.
Let's go on from here. Let's explain to us about your sunflower theory. There's a little time left. I will give you 50 minutes more. Please continue with your sunflower theory. We don't need any further background. Just go on ahead and conclude with your sunflower theory.
Yes, ma'am. Can we just have the next slide, please? It is about sunflower theory and mental gym model. This sunflower theory just talks about the concept and breaking the cliche which says that a lady cannot be a help to the lady. एक औरत कभी औरत की help नहीं कर सकती वाला concept, that cliche is being broken because when we look at the sunflower, as we all know and as we have studied through science, that a sunflower will always face the sun. But in the absence of sun, what sunflowers do? They don't die. They face one another and they get the energy from one another. So women, when they feel that we are not getting any motivation, we are not getting anything from our family, from society, from where we work, at that time, they have to look at one another. They have to look to the another lady who is in the same field, who is sailing in the same boat, or who is working in the related area. And if they talk to one another, if she gives hand to her, it would be the best way and it works magically. That is what the ladies who became the part of this research paper, they say that it really is amazing. Even they saved it from few ladies, I'll not name them, but who were at the verge of committing suicide, and they came back from that just by talking, just by discussing, just by sharing, and just by listening to the life experiences of other ladies who have had similar experience in the life. So that is how sunflower theory works, that lady will have to hold the hand of another lady and just help them, breaking the cliche that you cannot help the another lady. It is now an old concept, old school, and it is not prevailing, at least in 21st century. That is what I just want to say. And as women are just with objectification, that is Western concept, it was never in our concept, in Bharatvarsh ka concept. objectification of ladies is so much that they are so much worried for their physical fitness, they go to gym, but actual thing is required to do mental gym. You continuously, a lady or a mother or today's person has to say that you are perfect. You don't have to go to the westernization. You don't have to go through what other countries women are doing, wearing, believing or following. You just have to be strong. You just have to trust yourself. You just have to be guilt free. You just have to.
Did you find this in the group where you interacted with Payal? Did you find they were helping each other and they were getting mentally strong with help from each other?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you find that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am, your voice is not breaking.
I'm just asking, did you find this in your control group of women when you studied?
Yes, ma'am.
Find them helping each other?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They actually did. All 30 of them.
So, that was the whole idea. There was this group of women with whom she was working, and these ideas of supporting each other in the feminism. So the purpose of her research project was to see how it all comes out, and as she has written in the larger paper, the total in the entire paper, she has given all the statistics and all the information, and she has found that women were helping each other and they were becoming mentally stronger with this kind of help from each other. So thank you, Payal. Does anyone have any questions? No? Okay, thank you, Payal.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much to you. Thank you so much to Indic Academy and Srinivasan, ma'am. It was pleasure to be a part of it. Thank you so much, everyone.